Got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won!
What's up? This is the Clutch Gene podcast. We have a lot to talk about today. Everyone in today. Mikey's back from his hiatus. And we're going to start with some NFL action. Everybody welcome Mikey back to the podcast.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I would say you were the least missed person in the room.
Just took a dip with my absence.
So let's go to some NFL action. Let's go to the Julio Jones trade. The Titans gave up absolutely nothing for Julio Jones. They gave up a second and a fourth-round pick and probably should have gotten more. But he's now on the Titans, and he's alongside A.J. Brown, and he's alongside Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, and, whoever else the Titans decide to add, not Jonnu Smith. So what do we think of the Julio Jones trade?
Just want to say he will be number 2. Because that was confirmed.
On the roster?
Yeah.
He's the second best receiver on the roster.
No, like his roster, his jersey number will be number 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that was confirmed tonight because he told AJ Brown he appreciated it, but he wasn't gonna take number 11 from him, so he'll be number 2.
Old.
It's not you didn't know that.
No, I actually did. I just wanted to twist your words around because big J journalism.
Such a scumbag. I mean, I guess since I said that, I can go first. It's just a weird spot to land if I'm Julio Jones. You say you want a guy you can toss at the deep ball, and you choose Ryan fucking Tannehill. You're going to be a glorified... does he realize he's going to be for, 50, 60% of the plays, he's going to be a run blocker for Derrick Henry? I guess. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but...
Did he choose it? I don't think he chose the Titans.
No, because there were so many people putting in offers, and they're all around the same, second and 5th or 6th round picks. So at that point, it's the Falcons going, Julio, we respect you. We respect your decision to move on. We all this shit. It's where do you want to go?
It might have been his best chance at a championship, or in his opinion, best chance at a championship. I don't know. I'll let Mikey go. I'll let Mikey and Mookie go, and then I'll give my thoughts on it.
Yeah, so what I don't get is the obviously, Julio Jones has meant a lot to the Falcons franchise. He's obviously been a top player for them. But you couldn't get a first-round pick, not even a single number 1 pick. Amari Cooper was traded for a 1. How
Cooper's
could you...
young.
Yeah, but Julio Jones is 10 times the receiver Amari Cooper is.
He's 30. Is he 32 or 33 and prone to injuries?
Don't matter.
At this point?
Don't matter.
Yeah, I'll agree with Mikey here that but they should have gotten more.
That was just the thought throughout the league, though. I'm not saying that's my personal opinion, but what it seemed like throughout the league is he's old, he's injury prone, so he's not worth a first rounder.
No,
Okay.
I agree with you, Zach, because
But you're telling me
he's
the
older and
Packers...
he's expensive as heck.
You give up a first rounder for this year, for this upcoming year, if you're the Packers. Then you get Julio Jones.
And Aaron Rodgers
You're-
guaranteed.
Yeah, well, Aaron, that incentivized him to stay because Jordan Love ain't the guy. The Patriots give up a first rounder. All your first rounders are busts anyways.
Yeah.
Go get Julio Jones. He's going to be highly productive for the next 2 seasons.
The only thing...
Go get him.
The only thing with the Patriots, which I'm I'm not happy about them not getting Julio, but that's kind of it's been Bill's method. He doesn't go out and get big name wide receivers. He has his good 2 tight ends, and he has some decent receivers now, and that's been the Patriots formula. Make sure you have good tight ends, and the wide receivers don't need to be fantastic.
Decent receivers is a stretch for the Patriots this year, but that's neither here nor there. Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, my last point on it is that, all these overreaction, the Titans, who's the best wide receiver duo? And I think it was Bleacher Report or someone, and they were Julio Jones and Brown, oh, it's the second best receiving duo in the league. I was like, we are either giving AJ Brown way too much credit, or we are giving Julio Jones way too much credit. Like, Julio Jones would be carrying that receiving core. Like, I mean, no one was saying where would you put Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. That was a better receiving core than what Julio Jones and AJ Brown are. Like, AJ Brown and Julio Jones.
AJ Brown is better than Calvin Ridley.
I disagree.
I agree. AJ Brown is better than Calvin Ridley.
He may not put up.
Way better.
AJ Brown is certified one.
15. He's not even a top 15 receiver in the league.
Ridley he has potential to be good.
I think Ridley's better right now.
No. AJ Brown does more. AJ Brown.
Either way, I don't think it's even a top 5 duo in the league.
So what are your duos then?
Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr.
At number 1?
Yep.
Really?
Well, I'll do in no particular order, but I think they would be my number. Actually, no. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin would be my number 1.
That was going to be my number 1.
I would go Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen.
Are you mad?
I would go DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I go that before the other one.
Let's not make this about the duos. Let's not make this a top 5 duos debate.
No, I was just wondering who he'd put above him, like above them. That's all. Because he mentioned that he doesn't think that they're a top.
Either
5
way,
duo.
they don't scare me. Second best team in the AFC South.
Well, the reason they don't scare me is because of their quarterback, not because of them. If I had a better quarterback there, I would be shitting my pants.
AJ Brown's the only guy that they had to throw to. Obviously, he's going to get all the catches.
I mean,
they had Corey Davis and Johnny Smith.
That's not. Yeah, they had Corey Davis and Johnny Smith, and that's
Corey
not how.
Trash.
Corey Davis is not trash.
That's not how receiving cores work, Mikey. Back when Dak had Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams, and no Amari right before the Amari trade. It's not like Cole Beasley became stud receiver number 1. You know, it's good receivers. Good receivers are good receivers, no matter the situation. Mookie, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I would agree with Zach. They didn't get anything because he's old. Number 1. Number 2, nobody needs receivers nowadays. Like, you can find them anywhere. And number 3, that fucking money he's getting, and he's going to want a new contract. Like, I'm not paying an old guy that one. Like, I'll pay him for the next 2 years, but I'm not giving him anything else. The reason he wanted out is because he wants to win. And he wants to be in a team that is going to give him money. Julio Jones is good. You know why DeAndre Hopkins left the Houston, whatever their name is?
The Texans.
The Texans. They were not gonna pay him. He wanted a new contract. They're like, nope. And then they traded him, and then they got nothing back. But like, the fucking Cardinals are fucked. That they're gonna have to pay that guy 20-something every year. And Jones, he's good, but I'm not paying him that money. Thank God the Patriots didn't get him. Thank God.
That is true. His contract is a lot. He's getting guaranteed like $18 million this year, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, like
it's Julio
Jones. It's Julio Jones. He's still a top 3 to 5 receiver in the league right now.
Yeah, but like Kyle, that's this year and next year max.
But
you got to think that if he's going to a team that he said he wants to win, he's going to take a team-friendly deal.
And we also don't know what if he has a career path like Larry Fitzgerald, where Larry Fitzgerald was a stud outside receiver and he moves inside later.
I'm not paying Larry Fitzgerald $20,000 a year though.
Yeah, not now because he's 40 years old, but you would have in 2017. 2016.
I'm not paying any receiver that much.
So speaking on the whole cap situation with Julio Jones, the Falcons clear up $15.3 million in cap space with the trade. But the Falcons, they're kind of still in no man's land with the trade. They don't really have a direction. The Matt Ryan contract is worse than the Julio contract. If you think the Julio contract is bad, the Matt Ryan contract they're stuck with. They can't get out of that. There's no way they're going to get out of that. So they have to stick with him. They're still in no man's land. I really don't get the I really don't understand this trade in two ways. I don't understand this trade for the Falcons because they're still in no man's land. I feel like they didn't get enough for him, and they're no better today than they were before. They're in no better of a situation today than they were before. They cleared up $15.3 million. Great. You still have a cap-strapped quarterback, and you're still in no man's land. You have no defense. Your core isn't there. You have old players everywhere on offense. It's pretty much just Calvin Ridley is the only young player. I don't understand their direction, and I don't understand why they had to trade him now. Did it save them money to trade him now as opposed to later? I just don't understand. Because think of it this way: when off-season workouts come along and preseason starts, injuries happen, right? Teams lose their number one receivers. You could have gotten I think they could have gotten at least a first rounder, if not 2 seconds for Julio, because like I said, he's still a top 3 to 5 guy. So Julio Jones is a transcendent talent, and he's going to add value to your team, and he's going to bring you up that much. And when injuries happen, teams are going to be looking to replace that guy. Think of the Browns last year with Odell Beckham. They didn't end up replacing him with anybody significant, but they could have if Julio was an option. Maybe then you get a first or 2 seconds in a team that's panicking and needs to replace that number one, a title contender, who all of a sudden loses their number one threat. Now they need to go out there and figure out what are we going to do? How are we going to compete when we don't have a guy to score? They go out, they get Julio Jones. So I don't understand in the Falcons sense, but I also don't understand the Titans sense because I feel like the Titans got better on paper, but it doesn't improve their Super Bowl chances. Like Mookie said, Ryan Tannehill is still the quarterback of that team. And even though Ryan Tannehill has made leaps and bounds over the past couple of years, we've seen him improve a lot, he's still Ryan Tannehill. He's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. All right? And you can put that to paper. He's not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. If I'm anybody playing the Titans, I will allow Ryan Tannehill to beat me. I'll do everything I can to stop Derrick Henry. Because if you let Derrick Henry run, they control the clock. That's when Ryan Tannehill gets comfortable. If you do everything you can to limit Derrick Henry, if Ryan Tannehill goes 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1 interception, and beats me, okay, I'll live with that. Great game. Hats off to you. I'm not going to let the running back beat me. I'm still not afraid of the Titans. I don't think they got any better. They got better on paper, but I don't think they got any better in the sense of their Super Bowl hopes. And I just think that the Titans kind of find themselves in no man's land too, because it's like you have Ryan Tannehill, who is a decent quarterback. It's just like the Dak debate, right? Where it's like the whole debate with paying Dak was, does he really increase your chances of winning a Super Bowl? And some people thought yes, some people thought no. With Ryan Tannehill, it's the same. It's a similar idea, except that I feel like more people are on the no side than the yes side. Like, can Ryan Tannehill win a Super Bowl? Is he in most matchups in the playoffs most teams that you're going to go against, you are going to have the second best quarterback on the field if you have Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback. And that's just, I feel like both teams are kind of in a no man's land right now. Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you in the sense of it's not going to push them that far forward. Like, it doesn't move the needle to a championship contender. And it's like, okay, now you might be able to be a little bit more dynamic on offense than just running play action off of handing the ball to Derrick Henry every first and second down, and then it's like, third down, we run the play action. Maybe we're not going to hand it off to him for once. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, they're a little bit more dynamic now, but at the same time, their defense is not good. Their defense is not good at all. Like, that's where they needed to really upgrade. And if you're gonna take deeper shots with Julio Jones over the top and not gonna just dominate time of possession with Derrick Henry in the run game, that defense is going to get exposed. So if you're gonna have that bad of a defense, there's no chance that this team is going to be able to compete. Especially against Patrick Mahomes. I don't have faith in Ryan Tannehill to go into a shootout against Patrick Mahomes, which is what they pretty much are going to have to do if they're going to want to make an actual run for the championship.
Right, and that's what I'm saying is that adding Julio Jones doesn't make you any more prepared to face the Chiefs or the Ravens for that matter. It doesn't make you the Bills. It doesn't make you any better prepared to face any of those teams. Patrick Mahomes is still going to be the best quarterback on the field. Lamar Jackson is still going to be the best quarterback on the field. Ryan
the best
Tannehill
running back.
and the best running back. Ryan Tannehill or Josh Allen is still going to be the best quarterback on the field, no matter who you're facing. And you know what? I'm going to take the best quarterback, not 10 times out of 10, unless there's really that much of an outlier between the two teams. And as of right now, going outside of quarterback, the Chiefs still have a better team than the Titans. The Ravens still have a better team than the Titans. The Bills still have a better team than the Titans. So the Raiders might have a better team. Well, no, because they traded their entire offensive line, so maybe not. But, the Chargers might be in a better position than the Titans just because they have a young quarterback who's super dynamic. So I think they're in a no man's land.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was just going to say, Mike and I talked about this the other day when the day Julio got traded. Like he was saying, it makes your offense more dynamic. It's going to also open up more opportunities for Derrick Henry because, like I said, Mike and I were saying, they're not like every defense isn't going to be able to stack the box against you now because you only have one like big receiver threat in. Like I know Corey Davis was good, I know Johnny Smith was decent, but it was good. But like having only AJ Brown out there is like your one true like big time threat. With having two out there, you can't just play like one safety over the top now and stack the box and just try and stop Derrick Henry. When you have two guys like that can get the deep ball, you always have to be wary of them, even if it is Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball.
And the only team that I think that should give up at least a first round pick is the Green Bay Packers because they have what it takes, and they're missing a one or two piece, And having this guy would, I think, easily, they should be in the Super Bowl next year. And with their picks being, bad in the last couple of years, I don't even remember who they picked last year, like the year before last year, and I don't know who they picked this year. The only reason I know Jordan Love is because everybody made it out of the story of the first half of the season until Aaron Rodgers was playing good. So if they gave them that first round pick, I'll be like, yeah. But anyone else that traded for him who isn't the Green Bay Packers, I think they would have been robbed, But Atlanta, Kyle, I 100% agree with you. They're not good now, and they weren't good before. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing. And like you said, I don't know why they did not wait till the last minute, because someone's gonna get desperate. Like someone will get desperate because NFL is a league that is almost guaranteed top players will get hurt. And the second thing I agree with you is because the fucking quarterback sucks. He's an average quarterback. He's not a Super Bowl quarterback. So I don't know why the fuck you're paying this guy this much. Right?
Who, Tannehill?
But yeah, he's not like. It's not it. It's not it.
That's what I mean.
And to win, you need a quarterback. Like you need a quarterback to win.
That's what I mean. I don't think Tannehill sucks, but I think he's not. Like there are easily at least 12 quarterbacks in the league I'd put above Ryan Tannehill. At least
he's in the Jimmy G territory.
Yeah. So
honestly,
I think he's better than Jimmy G.
Healthy Jimmy G better. I think
he's better than
healthy
Jimmy G.
Healthy Jimmy G.
No, I would give it to Tannehill.
I'd
He's
give
a
it
little
to
bit
Tannehill,
Healthy
too.
Jimmy G. He's a porn star. You need those guys.
Yeah, in dick length he
Actually.
wins, but
Jimmy G
Whoa.
too.
and pulling babes on live TV, he
That's
takes it.
what I'm saying.
But in
It gets your
quarterback
rookies-
wise,
it
Ryan
gets your
Tannehill
rookies
takes
going.
it.
But-
It gets your rookies going. Come on.
But
Gets your ego.
Mikey, before you go, I think that you brought up a great point in that the Green Bay Packers would have been a great team for Julio to go, and I would have given up a first-round pick if I was Green Bay because, one, not only are you securing Aaron Rodgers, because everybody knows that he wants to leave, you're securing him, but also Green Bay's a team that Julio does raise the floor of your team and the ceiling of your team. Green Bay goes from title contenders to title favorites if they had Julio Jones. Just give Aaron Rodgers someone else to throw to. That's a situation where you're going to go into every matchup, most matchups, having the best quarterback on the field. And not only that, you're going to have two receivers in Devontae Adams and Julio Jones that are legitimate threats that you cannot lay back from.
And
Mikey, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike. I was just go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. All right. Also, like, how is this going to, like, giving up the first rounder for next year? How's it really going to hurt Green Bay? Like, their window is now. Their window is now or never, because it's like you're gonna have to take your time with Jordan Love. It's not like Jordan Love is gonna come in day one and set the NFL ablaze. Like, that's just not gonna happen. We have heard nothing that has given us a clue that Jordan Love is going to be like the succession from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers and then Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. It's just not gonna happen. So go all out while you can. Aaron Rodgers is like, what, 36 years old?
37.
Like, yeah, you owe it to him. You owe it to your fan base to at least go make a big move for once in your life, because you can't get free agents too. So the way that you go and get guys is by trading for them. And Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, you could re-sign Aaron Jones, and then you would have Julio Jones. Like, that is a very loaded team. That's up there with the Chiefs and the Bucks. Like, those three teams would obviously be favored to win the Super Bowl. Like, it would put them over the top. It might get them over the hump to beat the Bucks.
I said this. The other thing about like Julio going to Green Bay is I said, like we said before, how he's like in his old age has become more injury prone. If you're in Green Bay, I said this to Mike, you don't need to have him play all 17 games. Like, you're not going to need him for all of them, so he can stay healthy. What does he need to play, like 11, 12 games in the regular season so that he can stay healthy, put up good numbers when he plays, and be ready for the playoffs? You don't need him for the whole season. You're not going to. So again, I really thought that Julio was going to end up in Green Bay. Don't know how he didn't, but good for the Titans, I guess.
Yeah, I just don't know how Green Bay doesn't pull the trigger on that. A second and a fourth. Not only a second and a fourth, it's a second for next year and a fourth for the year after that.
Fire the GM.
So, yeah. Honestly, what Aaron's been talking about.
Yeah, that's very true.
All you gotta to beat that deal, all you gotta do is do like a second this year and a third the next year would beat that deal. That's not much for a person that's gonna increase your Super Bowl chances by a lot. Let's move on. Let's go to the NBA. We've been talking a lot about the NBA recently because obviously it's playoff time. But just the other day, I believe it was, what was it, Saturday or Friday, the Clippers beat the Mavericks in Game 7.
Your prediction?
Yeah, that was my predictions are on a kind of a cold.
You jinxed them.
My predictions are kind of on a cold streak right now. I predicted the Heat would come back. I predicted that the Mavs would beat the Clippers. We're on a little bit of a cold streak right now. But anyways, Kawhi had a great game. I believe he dropped something I think he had 25. I think Paul George had 20. Luka dropped 41. What do you guys think? What do you guys take away from that Mavs Clippers game the most, or the series in general?
Luka needs a co-star. Porzingis is a 3. Finney, who is it? Is it Finney Smith or Tim Hardaway? Those are like 3 guys. Like, those aren't co-stars. We need someone. Porzingis sucks. He's terrible. Get Luka someone good that he can play with, because right now it's just the Doncic show going on in Dallas.
I mean, guy cannot do everything himself. Like, every single game he played against this guy, including last year, he was on fire. At the end of the day, they couldn't win a game at home. They won all their games away from home. And they were just great. They were just so good because of Luka. Mr. Porzingis, I heard he wants to be the main guy. He doesn't. He said he doesn't feel appreciated. He sees himself as the main star. Are you fucking stupid? Like, my little fucking kid will tell you today who the fucking star is in that team. Everybody knows who the fucking star is. You know who the second star is? Hardaway. You're number 3. You need to get a fucking life. Get your fucking balls out of your face. Come on. Help fucking Luka. If he could get 20 points, just 20 points, I don't think they lose a game. Am I wrong? I don't think they lose one game if Porzingis, the fucking tall cunt, if he got anything. I don't think he gets. They don't. 4. Mavs in 4. But Luka has to do everything. Like, last game I heard 73 78% of the points they had was came from Luka. That's ridiculous.
The most in NBA playoff history.
That's
Like
ridiculous.
he
that
assisted or
that shouldn't be
scored
that.
on the most ever.
That's stupid. What else can he do though? Like, and he's a guy that's out of shape a little bit, so we can't continue the whole thing, not shaming. But for him, I think honestly, he just keep doing your thing and ask fucking GM and the coach to get this guy out of here. Get him out of here. Go tell him to go back to New York.
Mikey, what you got?
Yeah, I just don't really get who you could get for Luka to be that number 2. Like I don't know who's available. I don't know who the
Bradley
Mavs
Beal,
would.
TJ
Yeah, but
McCollum,
what are you giving? What are you giving them in return? Like
number
Porzingis is.
one.
Yeah, but your first overall
See?
pick as the Mavericks is useless.
I'll
Like,
give,
who
I'll
wants
give
that?
Porzingis for CJ. That's not bad. Maybe like a
Yeah, but why would they take it? Like Porzingis is damaged goods, and he's not great at all. And
if you
Trailblazers
ask
have
Porzingis at a
bigs.
first, I think that's not bad.
Yeah, but they have bigs. Like I don't know. I just feel like Luka has the opportunity to do something where I think it'll be best for him is to turn down this money and then take a trip,
Stop it.
go
Stop
go
it.
increase your brand,
Stop it.
go to the bright lights,
Stop it.
fly into LAX,
I fucking knew this was coming. I fucking
go sign with LeBron,
Stop it.
Bron, AD, Luka Doncic.
So they can lose in the first
Yeah.
round.
And if
again.
Luka doesn't work out, maybe Dame can take a trip down. At least not
Oh, we're
that
gonna
far
get
away
Dame.
from
We're
Portland.
gonna get Dame this year. That's
Everybody
right. I
likes
forgot.
sunny Los Angeles.
We're gonna get Dame this year
Oh, the other
too.
thing
But
about
So
last
then
time I
the
think they
starting
were out.
the starting five in 2024, 2023, LeBron, Dame, Luka, AD, Bron.
Jesus Christ.
You just said LeBron.
He's not-
Oh, Bron.
Bron,
Okay,
Bron.
sorry.
To
Yeah.
what Mickey
for
was saying
Bronny.
real quick about how Luka's chubby, we all saw how he didn't want to do the jersey swap, right? With Paul George.
Mhm.
He didn't
That's
want to
so
take his
funny.
shirt off. I think that's so funny. Luka gives off the biggest doesn't take off his shirt in the pool vibes.
He does. I don't think.
No.
I don't think we can call him fat. He's not
Doesn't
Zion
he wear a
but
fat.
undershirt?
He's
He
not
doesn't wear an
Zion
undershirt?
fat, but he's pudgy.
No,
Luka's
I'm just
pudgy.
saying he definitely has tits. Like
He does.
Zion
definitely-
fat.
he definitely has A
Zion
cups.
fat.
Zion's
Yeah,
got like
he's-
double D's.
He's pudgy. But on Porzingis, Zach, I'm so glad you brought it up because Porzingis is just he's not good enough. He's not good enough. He's a nice role-playing stretch 4 at this point in his career. All right, he's a big guy who can shoot the 3 pretty well. I'm pretty sure he averaged something like 45% from the corner in this season. It's something absurd, and before that he averaged something like 42%. Like he's a good, catch and shoot player from the corner. He's a nice role playing stretch 4 at this point, but he's being paid like he's a second star, which he's not. Like you said, I actually almost agree with Mookie. I think he's borderline a 4. I don't even think he's a 3 at this point in his career. He's just not the same person. He's a really nice 4 or a low end 3. Because so this season he averaged 20 points and 9 assists, right? In the playoffs, that dropped to he averaged 13 points and 4 rebounds. 20 points and 9 rebounds in the regular season, dropped to 13 and 4 in the playoffs in this series. All right, so he dropped 7 points and 5 rebounds from those averages in a 7-game stretch. Not only that, but that 13 points is kind of inflated because I'm pretty sure there were 2 or 3 games where he had single-digit points. Like, he was awful. He was so bad. The joke online is that he's the new pandemic P, the new playoff P. I almost kind of agree with it because Paul George played reasonably well this series, and Porzingis was just so bad. He is owed, this is interesting, he's owed $31 million next year. $31 million. That is more than Devin Booker, Joel Embiid, CJ McCollum, Nikola Jokic, and Jason Tatum are all owed next season.
He's worse than all of them.
Right. He's like a top 20 paid player.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's
Mark
like,
Cuban,
how do
the
you get
fuck
off
are
that
you doing?
contract? No, Mark Cuban, I don't think gave him that contract. I think the Knicks did and then traded him.
Yeah. Right. And I think
Because he was good and then he tore his ACL. But I outside of the Porzingis being just absolutely horrendous this series, I had two takeaways. The first one I'll do because I have a pretty hot take coming up here in a second. Kawhi reminded everybody of who he is. Kawhi was phenomenal for pretty much this whole series. In the last 2 games, he averaged 36.5 points on 70% shooting. 70%. This guy hit 70% of his shots over the course of 2 games to close out the series. That was when they were down. That was when they were down 3-2. He showed up. He showed out. 70%, 36.5 points over 2 games, closed out the series. Right? He basically came out of shell. He was what we wished he had been last year. It's like finally it happened. This is what we've been waiting for since he came to LA. He took over for 2 games. He basically, I'll say this like Mookie would say, he grabbed the series by the balls, and he took that and he took the series from the Mavericks. The Mavericks should have closed it out, but Kawhi Leonard went in there, played great defense, just grabbed the series by the balls, took it. He wasn't a passenger on the ride. He drove the bus to victory. He was the main reason why the Clippers won this. And then my second one, and this is my hot take right here. I think Luka is the best draft pick. Is the best draft choice of the past 5 years, and probably the best draft choice since Steph Curry in 2009. Here's why. So the only ones I think that are in contention, Zion obviously is transcendent. We haven't seen it yet, but he's supposed to be all that in a bag of chips. Trae Young is obviously very good. We're watching the game right now. It looks like they're gonna. It's a close game right now. I think the Philly's winning. Philly's winning 103-86. So never mind, it's not close. LaMelo, just because ESPN would target me if I didn't put him on this list. Jason Tatum would be up there. Jaylen Brown's pretty good. Ben Simmons is all right.
What about Ja Morant?
Ja Morant is also up there.
I mean, out of those guys,
I think
Trae Young's the only one.
Luka is better than all of those guys. All of those guys, very easily too.
What draft pick was Luka?
Can you name me? I think he was 3.
Third.
He was 3 because it was Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic, Trae Young,
Can you believe
or
that?
something like that.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, because people thought he was going to be too slow. He doesn't look very. He looks quick enough for me.
Trae Young should have been higher.
But I think he's the best draft choice since Steph Curry. Because can you name me a draft choice since then that's been better? Like, you have Klay Thompson, happened after the fact. He's not better than
Joel
Luka.
Embiid.
Luka has the potential to be transcendent. Joel Embiid is pretty good.
Giannis.
So he would be up there. And Giannis. Those are your contentions. And I would argue that I think Luka Doncic has the potential to be better than both Joel
I
Embiid
agree.
and Giannis. I think he will be better than both of them.
The only
And
one.
I think he already is better than Giannis at least.
I think you're discrediting the second half of the game, which is defense. Like,
No,
Giannis
yeah,
and
and the only
Joel
one I
Embiid
would say
play
is-
defense.
It's
Luka doesn't.
questionable is because
But Luka also offers more. Luka is the kind of player that you can hand the keys to the franchise over and say, "Bring us a championship." He's the kind of player that you can just give him the keys, give him anything he wants. He's in that, or he will be in that. He's not there yet, but his career path, how it's going. This is only his 3rd year in the league. This is his 3rd year in the league, and he named someone on that Mavs team that's good enough to be a 2. Name someone on that Mavs team that's good enough to be a 3.
Hardaway's a good 3.
I would say Hardaway's a 4.
Hardaway.
I think Hardaway's a role player.
But anyway, to go back, the only person that I would even come close to would be Jason Tatum because it was a heist. Other than that, I think Luka is safe. Like, I agree with you, Kyle. The only reason I say Tatum is because we literally robbed Philly.
So, yeah, we robbed Philly, but at the same time, didn't the Mavericks kind of rob Atlanta? When the Atlanta rather have Luka Doncic right now than Trae Young?
No, I heard the reason was Luka was gonna do Eli Manning. Like, he was not gonna play for a team like Atlanta in the middle of nowhere.
I didn't hear
And
about
that's the
that,
only
but
reason, because they wanted it.
here's the hottest part of my take. I think that Luka will be, in the next 2 years, in that LeBron, Steph Curry category where you give this guy whatever he wants. You pay him whatever he wants. You do whatever you can to keep him happy, because as long as you keep him happy and you keep a team around him, he will deliver a championship. I think he's that kind of player.
I 100% agree.
I think he's that kind
I
of player.
100% disagree.
I think he's that kind of player.
I 100% agree.
I mean,
He has a coach.
like
He
I
has a
said,
coach, that's it.
he brought this Clippers team, which I mean, for all their flaws, is a talented team. He brought this Clippers team to the brink of elimination. They were up 3-2, and if Kristaps Porzingis could get out of his own way, they would have won that series. And if you're in a field of Dallas, Denver, Utah, and Phoenix, there was a decent chance that Luka could have wound up in an NBA championship at least in the finals within his first
Get outta
3
here.
years.
Come on.
I think he's that level player.
Clippers suck, number one. Clippers are the worst team in the NBA. They are just garbage. And their stars are Disney stars, okay? Soft, okay? They need a letter written to them so they can read. Okay, in the third quarter, I'll score this. In the fourth quarter, I'll score this. They cannot do it. They don't have LeBron. Right, Mikey? He would say. They are so bad. Like, Kawhi Leonard, like, he didn't realize it. Oh, wait, these guys are actually good. I actually have to defend them. Pandemic P, garbage. Wannabe stars. Kawhi, don't even compare this guy to LeBron. Don't forget about LeBron. Don't compare him to Steph Curry. That whole team sucked. You know who they blamed? They blamed the coach. Pandemic P was like, yeah, the coach doesn't do blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Same team, different coach, same problem. The Mavs last year, they did the same thing. And they couldn't get through because, again, Luka cannot take whole team down. He needs help. And come on, don't compare him to LeBron. Are you crazy?
He's not comparing him now. He's saying he will be, and I agree.
He will never.
Dude,
never.
He is already year 3, a superstar in the league.
Of course, but we have a lot of superstars in this league. We don't have LeBron. LeBron left the NBA the other day, or they lost, and the ratings already went downhill.
I think that the idea
Curry.
that we have a lot of superstars in this league isn't great. I would say that we have a couple superstars. We have a lot of stars. All right, but here's why. I'm going to be honest. As good as people say he is, and we had this debate last week, and I'm not going to get too into it this week, I don't think Anthony Davis is a superstar. I think he's a high-end star. I don't think he's a superstar.
Yep.
LeBron is a superstar. Steph is a superstar. Let's see, who else?
Anthony Davis has the
superstar.
talent of a superstar, but
The mentality of fucking
he has no
doorknob.
alpha. He has no alpha,
That's
and he
the
has
same thing
no
with the
great.
fucking Clipper
He's not a
guys.
great
It's
brand.
the same thing with the Clipper dudes.
Also,
Like,
Anthony Davis.
I have a unibrow.
No, I was just gonna say that Anthony Davis will never be a superstar as long as he has that fucking unibrow. It's like
I have a unibrow. Shut up.
yeah, no, you
Get
make
out of my
millions of
face.
dollars a year and can't afford like an ounce of shaving cream and a razor. Go fuck yourself. It's like Chris Middleton. You make $30 million a year and you can't
And
get
your teeth look like that?
Yeah, and you look like a fucking rabid squirrel.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Fix that shit.
But
How about
what
Kevin
I'm saying
Durant and
is,
his hairline?
Kevin Durant would also be a superstar, by the way. I would like to put that out there. Actually, I would say the
Oh,
Nets have two
we have at
superstars.
least
They have Kevin
10
Durant and James
or
Harden, who are both
Under
superstars.
15. We have 15 superstars in the league, in my opinion. 15, at least 15.
I don't know. I'd struggle to go to 15. I think I could get to 10. I think I could get to 10 maybe.
Easily. 10, easily.
Because there's
We
two.
already named 7.
There's two on the Nets: LeBron, Dame, Steph.
3. What? 3 on the net.
Does Kyrie count as a superstar?
What? Yeah.
If you're gonna
Kyrie's a superstar.
call James Harden a superstar, I would call Kyrie a superstar.
Kyrie's
Okay,
brand
so
is big
so the
enough.
Nets.
Kyrie's
So
brand
the
is
Nets
big
have
enough.
3, and then you have Steph, LeBron, and Dame. Do we count Giannis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giannis, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and-
I'm counting Luka.
and
He's
who
a
else?
superstar at this point.
Luka is a
Joker.
superstar.
The
Luka is a
Joker.
superstar.
I honestly would count LaMelo Ball.
Okay. The thing is,
He hasn't accomplished anything, but LaMelo Ball is gonna be a superstar. Same with Zion.
the thing with Jokic
Zion is
is
definitely a superstar.
the Zion is definitely a superstar. The thing with
So
the
is
Joker,
Kawhi.
the thing with Jokic is that he has the talent of a superstar, but does he have the brand of a superstar?
No.
No, but
You
the
know?
motherfucker is
That's
hilarious.
That's what I mean. Like there are dudes in this league who are talented enough to be superstars, but it's a question if they have the brand. That's why I question Giannis. Does he have the brand to be a superstar? I don't know if he
Blake
does.
Griffin a superstar?
No.
No.
but he is a pretty big brand. But what I'm saying is like Luka will be one of those guys, like a Steph Curry, like a LeBron, like
Westbrook.
a KD. Westbrook would be a superstar, absolutely.
God damn it.
But
Derrick Rose.
one of those guys where their talent and their star ability are just
Derrick
so
Rose, yeah.
high, you have to give them whatever they want, and they will deliver a championship. I think.
Derrick Rose, yeah, superstar.
Derrick Rose got an MVP vote, guys. He got a
because
That
of
is
the
the-
fan. Because of the fans.
he got
That's
a
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Superstar.
he got a first place vote.
No, did you see a tweet that went along with it? So someone
No.
goes
No.
underneath it. It goes, "Derrick Rose is the league's Make-A-Wish kid. What the fuck is this?" It had so many likes, and I pissed myself reading it.
I guess.
Also,
I guess.
if we're gonna call Kyrie a star, I think Anthony Davis is a superstar
No, he's
too.
not.
What about Chris Paul? He's on the State Farm.
Hell no. Hell
The thing
no.
is, Anthony Davis is a better player than Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving has a bigger brand than Anthony
What about
Davis.
Jason Tatum?
No.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
yet.
No, I'm
He's
saying, where would you
close.
put
He's
him?
he's close,
He's
but
a
he's not.
star.
He's a high-end star.
That he
Devin
needs
Booker
that
is
brand.
closer than
He needs
Jason
that
Tatum
brand.
is.
He needs to
No.
win something. Like, I know they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I feel like people don't really remember that so much. So
Jimmy Butler?
No.
no.
He's got
a
big face
star.
coffee.
He's a star.
He
He
He's-
has big face coffee.
he sells
he's
$16
another
cups of
player.
coffee.
He's another
Very
player whose
star.
talent is high, but his brand is not.
I mean,
Well,
talent's
I guess-
not that high.
I guess my last
fucking
question to
Walker.
you guys on this is, is this an over the hump game for the Clippers? Like, do we think they're just going to make a run to the finals now because they got past the Mavericks?
No, wait.
they
Who,
got
who do they
past
play next?
Cause nobody could defend.
They
those guys.
do they play the Nuggets?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They,
No.
No.
no, the Nuggets play the
They
Suns.
play the Joker.
So they'll
Utah.
play Utah.
They
They'll
play Utah. I think they beat Utah. So
Yeah,
I
the
think
Suns won the first game.
either the Suns or the Nuggets are going to the finals. I think that either of those teams could beat the Clippers.
But do you guys see the Suns won their game?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing, isn't it? These guys are going the whole way.
I think
But-
Utah beats the Clippers.
So you don't think this is an over the hump game that they finally figured it out?
No.
No, they
Yeah.
suck.
And the only reason they won is because they got excited because the GOAT was eliminated, and they're like, "Oh, guys,
Playoff P's bound to show up. He's bound to start throwing them off the side of the backboard.
he's gonna,
Okay,
he's gonna
here.
show up after they get eliminated."
Zach, you're my human reminder. If the Clippers get knocked out by the Jazz, we have to have an entire episode dedicated to what's Kawhi gonna do afterwards.
All right.
You're my human
Okay.
reminder.
All right.
South
I
take
got it set.
All right. So let's move on. One more topic in the NBA, unless this game finishes before we end, which it probably will. There's 5 minutes left.
This game's
Um,
over.
Yeah, they're down by
Oh,
16.
actually, Trae Young just had a monster.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I think he
Yeah,
came out, too.
the 76ers are up by 16 right now with 5 minutes left.
The game's over.
So
it.
the Bucks keep getting rolled by the Nets, and they lost close the first game, I believe, and the second.
Atlanta's
the
gonna go
second-
up 2-0.
No, Atlanta's gonna go tied 1-1. Mikey,
Oh, that's right.
mute yourself. God fucking damn it.
No, I interrupt.
The Bucks lost the first game close, and then the second game they got just absolutely fucking rolled by the Nets. Chris Middleton, Andrew Holiday both kind of came up small in the first two games. Is Giannis regretting signing the Supermax if they don't win this series, or if they get rolled in 5 or less? So basically, I'm asking you guys is, one, what's your reaction to these first two games? Are the Bucks in trouble? And second, is Giannis already kind of being like, oh, geez, maybe I shouldn't have signed that Supermax deal. These guys aren't all they're cracked up to be.
So
They need a good coach, man. They don't have a
Mike
coach.
Budenholzer isn't
That
bad.
guy. Well, every time the lights are shining bright, he's choking. And
Who's better?
why don't you put Giannis in pick and roll? Like, why isn't he setting screens?
That's pretty
He
much
doesn't have
all
to
they
do
do.
everything. No, but like, he has not been doing that, and you gotta give You gotta give Chris Middleton an easy, like you gotta create stuff for him. He cannot be the creative every time he goes up the field.
It's not. It's Drew Holiday. That's the playmaker.
Excuse me.
Drew Holiday's the playmaker on that team.
Yeah, Drew Holiday runs point.
My problem is that they are Giannis is handling way too much. He needs to get easy buckets first. Same with Middleton, and after that, fucking Brook Lopez. Go to Brook Lopez. Literally, little kids are guarding him. Go get easy buckets. Like I remember, they were on a run, like 17 points to 0 the first game or so. Was that the second game? I don't remember. But like, get easy buckets. These guys have no big. And Blake Griffin, the GOAT, is destroying you. Like, figure that shit out. And second, yeah, I think so. I think you should be good.
Blake Griffin, the GOAT. He scored 7 points the last game. No, but he did have 8 rebounds.
But he's hustling.
It's kind of a
don't get all over Giannis.
He did have 8 rebounds, which is kind of unacceptable when you think about the fact that he's playing center on that team.
But like the first game, he was hustling.
All I was gonna say is.
No, I mean it's unacceptable on the Bucks' part.
Yeah, that
they allowed him to get 8 rebounds. He's had 22 rebounds over the first 2 games. They're making Blake Griffin look like freaking Wilt Chamberlain right now. Bill Russell.
all I was gonna say is with that second game, I have not seen a fucking that bad since what time is it? 10 o'clock? 12 hours when I jerked off. That is the last time I've seen a fucking that bad, because Jesus Christ, just absolutely rolled, bent over and fucked. But on the other hand, if I'm honest, I'm not regretting.
Really, weren't you at work this morning at 10 o'clock?
Wait a minute.
I mean, oh God,
Don't you still work at that preschool?
No, I volunteer there on the weekends. And I wasn't at work 12 hours ago, silly goose. I was in class. I had my camera off. Anyways, but if I'm Giannis, I'm not worrying, because I feel like anyone who goes up against this Nets team and loses has to just go, what did we expect? Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden? What are we supposed to fucking do? What? It's,
But there is no James Harden right now.
Yeah, it's true. But I forget what the meme was. It's like, it was when the Warriors had KD, Steph, and Clay, and there was some interview, like, meme, and it was like, why aren't you guys playing defense out there? Coach, we're trying our best. That's Kevin fucking Durant. And I think that just still rings true, because, like, we talked about it the other week. What are you going to do? Double cover one guy? Guess what? Another really good guy is open. So it doesn't fucking matter what you do. So I'm not regretting it. I'm just, if I'm Giannis, I'm playing it cool, wait until they somehow implode, and then I'll go about my merry way with my Supermax contract.
Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only way to defend against Kevin Durant is that maybe you somehow, like, Bluetooth hook up his, like, Twitter notifications to the Jumbotron.
Old.
Then he gets, like, distracted.
We already had this last week. We said that's how you beat the Nets.
Didn't listen to the show.
I didn't listen to the show. All right, then,
Yeah, we don't want to hear your opinion.
I even put that up as a separate, like, 2.5 minute little segment on YouTube. Couldn't even watch a 2.5 minute segment. So
I wasn't gonna give you the rating. Wasn't gonna give you the rating at all. Well, in that case, segue to something else. Yeah, Brooklyn is pretty much unstoppable, and the fact that they're doing it without James Harden gives, like, zero hope to the rest of the NBA. If it was Kyrie, because Kyrie's big diva, Kyrie comes back in the team, maybe he screws up the chemistry, but, like, no. The Nets are, like, even more unstoppable with James Harden, because James Harden just averages, like, 37 assists every single time that he steps on the court with those two. So, like, literally there's nothing that you can do.
Also,
there's absolutely nothing that you can do.
I hate that their supporting cast is so fucking good, too. Like, that pisses me off even more.
Kevin Durant
Kyrie,
created the super team.
If it was Kyrie, KD, and James Harden scoring all the points, I'd be happier than Joe Harris dropping, like, 20 on my head while Blake Griffin grabs 12 rebounds and puts up like 10 points. I would rather be just I'd rather be fucked by 3 guys than by 5, and that's just me.
This is also why
I can't. I'm not gonna agree with that. But
no, this is why Luka can't sign the
quick.
extension with Dallas. He needs to come to the Lake Show.
Real
Look at
quick.
Giannis.
Real quick, think about this though. The supporting cast is good. Spencer Dinwiddie's out for the season. They could have had him on this team,
Jesus
and
Christ.
he's a good 6-man. Like this team is good. They're good. Mookie, what do you got to say about the Nets?
Hot take, Kyle. Hot take. Brooklyn Nets are good.
We have to go and be nice. Like we said, all 3 of us have to go on Twitter today and tweet at these losers so we can get in their heads. Because nobody's stopping us. It's up to us to stop them tonight.
I don't think I want to stop them. I kind of want to see the Nets in the final. Here's the thing. I got a couple questions for Milwaukee, and I got a couple questions for Brooklyn. One is I'm starting to question. Well, first of all, is Mike Budenholzer on the hot seat if they lose this series? I would say yes, because that would be another early playoff exit, 2 years in a row, and they blew a 2-0 lead to the Raptors the Kawhi year. The second is, and I know you guys are going to hate me on this. All right, Mikey, you want a hot take? Is Giannis who we think he is? Does he deserve to be in the upper echelon of players when he gets booted from the playoffs year in, year out? And he's not really the kind of guy that can carry. Let's look at it this way. The Bucks supporting cast is pretty freaking good, isn't it? And it's been good the past couple of years. Like, all they did was swap out Eric Bledsoe for Drew Holiday, which is obviously a great swap. But at the same time, Eric Bledsoe is not a scrub. He's an okay player, you know. The Bucks supporting cast is pretty good. They had George Hill, who's a decent role player. They've had Chris Middleton all these years, Brook Lopez all these years. Is Giannis who we think he is? All right, and I'm gonna be honest. Here we go, Mikey. You want a hot take? I don't think he is. I think we regard Giannis as a top 3 to 4 player in the league. I think he's closer to the 6 to 7 range. I would take Steph Curry over him, obviously. I would take LeBron over him, obviously. Kevin Durant. I would take. I mean, the way he's played this season, I would take Jokic over him.
Damian Lillard.
I'd take Damian Lillard over him.
It's because he can't shoot.
He's limited. He's a limited player, and I don't think obviously, I'm not saying that Giannis is a bad player. He's a 2-time MVP for a reason. Like, he's a very good player. But at the same time, I don't know.
He's got a Euro step. He's got a good Euro step.
Is he as much as we think he is? You know, I really question that, especially come playoff time. If they lose this series, if they get booted early, not only that, but if they get swept or lose in 5, that's 2 years in a row where they have gotten they've not only lost early, but they've gotten their asses kicked in the second round of the playoffs.
Well, he was
with Giannis Antetokounmpo on the.
That's not
he was
on
there
him.
last year.
That's not
Yeah,
on
he
him.
was.
It's
He got
For 2
hurt.
of the games.
Got hurt.
For 2 of the games, he wasn't there.
But either way,
For 2 of the games, he wasn't there, and he got hurt early in Game 2.
They lost that series. They lost the 2-0 lead to the Raptors the year before.
I'd argue that the
Well, they would've
Raptors were a
just-
better
conference
team.
The
finals.
Raptors are so good.
The Raptors went on to win the championship. But they still had a 2-0 lead on them, and guess what happened? They ended up losing, lost 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row.
How
You're
about
Giannis
this for you, Kyle?
Antetokounmpo. You're supposed to be a top 3 player in the league, and you lose 4 games in a row in the
What happens
playoffs.
if they win the
I don't
next
think you
4?
can indict him that much when it's against
Yeah, you
Brooklyn.
can.
If it was against
What
like
happens-
Atlanta,
what happens
then
if they
sure.
win?
What
but
they
against
what they
Brooklyn-
do is they wipe the floor with easy teams. I think it was the Magic last year, and I forget who it was this year. They just wipe the floor with them completely, and they go and face real competition, and they fold.
What would you say if they won the next 4?
If they won the next 4, I'd rethink it. If they end up winning this series, I'll take back what I said. But
That
if
should
they
not change your opinion though, because
if they get yes, it should though.
regardless of what he does, the Giannis is top 5.
The thing is, it should change
This
my
team-
opinion because if
He
you
doesn't-
there's a
okay,
difference
like,
between
he doesn't
getting
have a
rolled
star. He
3
doesn't
years
have
in a
second
row.
star. He doesn't have a second star.
Drew Holiday is the
Middleton,
second star.
Drew Holiday is a very, very, very good
yeah,
player.
okay.
Chris Middleton is
Drew
also a
Holiday
very,
is
very,
good.
very good player.
Yeah, but he's not a
Middleton-
two. They're
Middleton
both
is
not
a good-
2.
Drew
Yeah, they
Holiday
are.
is
They're
a
both
2.
good number 3.
Absolutely, they are
No,
too.
No, he's more like
No,
a 2
they're
and a
Drew
both
half.
Holiday
good
is
number
a
3.
2. No,
They're
Drew
both
Holiday
good
is a
number
2.
3s, guys.
No.
Drew Holiday is
no.
not a 2.
Yes, how is he
No.
not?
Yes, he is.
Okay. I can name multiple I can name multiple 1s and 2s on the same teams that I would take over Drew Holiday and
Well, you
Giannis.
can't name one.
I can name
I
3
don't
in
want
one
to hear
team.
ones. I want to hear twos.
LeBron and AD. There's better.
doesn't wanna
They're
hear
better
number 1.
combo. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid I would take over
Oh my God,
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday is a better player than Ben Simmons, and it's not close. And it's not
Drew
close.
Holiday can play make and shoot.
I disagree.
And it's not close. He's a better player than
But
Ben
guys,
Simmons, and it is
listen.
not close.
Also, he doesn't have the coach, man. This coach is not it. This
He's
coach
not.
couldn't
getting
get
that's
all-
better.
The
this-
thing
you
is,
getting
the
that's
thing,
coach
better.
couldn't get
It's the
Atlanta
same
Hawks
argument
But
with
some-
Rick Carlisle.
conference
but
finals.
sometimes, Mikey, the difference
Carlisle is
between
good, actually.
the difference between Rick Carlisle and Mike Budenholzer is that Rick Carlisle has been arguably overachieving with that team that they have. If anything, Mike Budenholzer has been underachieving. You know, he's had a 2-time MVP on his team, and they lose in the second round, and they get rolled.
Who would you
They
go
get
get?
rolled
Who would you go get?
Finals.
Who would you go
Terry
get?
Starks.
Who would I go get? Anybody.
You couldn't do it with Dame.
some-
Dame's a better
some-
player than Giannis.
They
Sometimes
didn't have help.
Sometimes you just need to hit the reset button. Sometimes as a
Here's
new
hot
coach.
take, Kyle.
I heard Meta
It was-
World Peace is
it's-
looking for a
If
it's-
they
assistant
lose
job.
the next game,
Is
I
Tyro-
think you
is-
should pack
No,
and
he's your
leave.
coach, Billy.
Don't even go back home.
Is Tyronn Lue a better coach than Doc Rivers? No. But it was time for a reset. They had to hit the reset button because you can't keep Doc Rivers after you blow a 3-1 series lead. You can't do it. Or
Yeah, because you can't hold that
Like a
against
bunch of
players
softies.
whatsoever. If you can't hold that against Pandemic P whatsoever, or Kawhi, nonverbal leader Kawhi.
you
But listen,
can,
definitely not that.
but the thing is, you can't keep the coach after that. You can't do that. After you blow the lead with that team with that much hype, you can't keep the coach. Sometimes
Yes,
it's time
you
to hit the
can,
reset button.
How Steve Kerr got a job?
Because I don't know, he won a couple championships there. If you didn't hear
One.
about
Just one.
What?
Fraud.
At
one,
that time.
one.
At that time,
One
one.
at the time.
At the
Okay,
time, one.
he won a championship, went to another one, and built the greatest backcourt that anyone has
Got
ever seen.
whopped. Well,
And-
he didn't build it.
And
by
he
the
was
way.
in the
Did
championship.
he build it?
Okay, hold on. If you're one of those people that thinks that Mark Jackson, where the fuck his name is, built that team,
Yeah.
you're so wrong. No.
Kyle,
He drafted
you're
the
wrong
players.
in this place.
No, he drafted the players, but guess what? Steve Kerr gave them the ability to do what they do.
Yeah, but
They
he didn't
were
build
good
it.
before he got there. They were actually
He-
really good.
He built. No, they were not Golden State.
He might have tightened up
They were
the
not
screws,
Golden
but he
State.
didn't.
They were an
build it.
8 seed, Mookie.
Yeah.
They were an 8
Inside
seed.
these
They
two.
were not. No. Oh my God.
Get out
No.
of here, Kyle. Get
No.
out of here, Kyle.
That's such.
Get out of here, Kyle.
That is. Hey, he's trying to round me up, and you know, I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna fall.
But like,
But-
yeah.
But my
You gotta give
second
him credit,
take.
though.
Not
gotta
to
give him
get
credit.
not to get too far off topic, but my second thing is that the Nets look unbeatable again. I said it the first round. And you guys were like, oh, it's the Celtics. Oh, they suck. I don't know. This
I
Bucks
mean,
team
the
is supposed to be
Bucks,
pretty
they
good.
suck.
This Bucks team is supposed to be pretty good, and I don't really know if there's a way that they don't make it out of the Eastern Conference.
I would say yes.
If they sweep the Bucks, I think the Bucks are their biggest challenger. Because I think the 76ers don't have what it takes. I don't think the 76ers have what it takes to beat them.
I think they do. Which,
Yeah, it's over.
like,
It's over.
I hope in that case, LA gets through because
But
I don't
Trae
want
Young
the
on
Raptors to win.
but Trae Young on Kevin Durant.
But like, okay, who would you rather have as a champion, LA
He can
or
bite his ankles or
the
something.
Jets, the New Jersey Jets? What?
Yeah.
What?
I would too.
What?
I would too.
No. No, stop it.
I want to
Stop
be
it.
able to keep making fun of Paul George, and if he wins the championship, it can't happen.
But listen.
Also, how much
if
credit
you-
are we really gonna give KD? Like, oh, you won the title with
Yeah.
that team. Like, congrats.
And with the
No, but
and
you
the
see,
Warriors,
Mikey, for the
haven't
rest of
earned
us, it's
anything.
not a matter of giving KD credit because the rest of us aren't so obsessed with the KD versus LeBron debate.
Because there's no debate. There is no debate.
But listen.
Yeah. Kevin Durant's
But
better.
listen,
Yeah, exactly.
No.
If these guys win the championship, then other
They're
players are
better
gonna do this
at
again.
Twitter, sure. What?
Mike, other players are gonna do this, and it's not good for the NBA. They're gonna gang up.
Is it
on,
not good though? Is it
it's
not
good
good?
for the NBA?
Think of all the
No.
storylines it created.
I don't know.
I
If
don't
Luka
like
Doncic goes to the Lakers, or if
Then it's
Damian
not
Lillard
good.
goes to the
God.
Lakers.
Oh God. Yeah, dude. Get out of here.
Right? Yeah.
Why?
he's
So
doing?
then it could be Portland 2.0, just on the opposite coast. Jason Tatum's
We have
trash.
actually better players.
He also,
we beat you one time.
but Zach, just remember he also said that Ben Simmons is better than Drew Holiday. So
Is.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is better. Ben Simmons
He
is
is.
better.
he's not. He's
He's so much
Nah.
better. He's so much.
Mookie.
It's not even close.
Mookie, you cannot go around saying Ben Simmons is trash, and then when you bring Drew Holiday up, act like Ben Simmons is now Oscar Robertson 2.0.
Drew Holiday is not that good.
Yeah. think about it this way.
The only
Think about
problem
it
with
this way.
Ben Simmons,
No, Ben
Drew
Simmons
Holiday
just
not
doesn't
shoot
shoot
threes.
him.
just like
He just doesn't
Giannis.
shoot him.
Drew Holiday
Yeah.
does not get
Low
any.
percentage shot.
Drew Holiday does not get enough credit. Think about it this way. Have you guys ever listened to the All the Smoke podcast?
Yeah.
No.
With Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes.
I boycott all of their podcasts.
At the end of every single one of their podcasts, they ask the
too
guest.
high.
They ask the guest who is the most underrated player in the NBA. Hey, you know what? 90% of them say Drew Holiday. That's the only name that keeps kept bringing up again and again and again and again. He's underrated. He does not get the credit he deserves. Drew Holiday
What
is a number
does he
two.
need? He's number 3. He's a good number 3.
He's a two.
really good.
He's a two.
He's a low
He's a
end.
two.
He's a low end number
He's a
2.
two.
Low end number 2.
He's a two.
Possibly 4.
That might be why.
Drew Holiday.
He's a weird name. No, but
Drew Holiday, yeah.
yeah, but I don't think Mukhtar and Michael Butts can judge a name. But
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
yeah, Zach with a K.
Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they're better.
And
Uh-huh.
Mr. Layton, even FIFA doesn't have your name.
I know.
Jamal Murray and
Wow.
Jokic.
No, but and then my last point on this is I think that Kevin Durant is making a case for being the world's greatest player again. Right now, not ever, but right now.
He is.
He's not even top 2 in the league right now.
Who is better than Kevin Durant right now, Mookie?
He's not top 2 in the league right now.
Who's better than Kevin Durant?
Before I answer, what does a star have to do to be number 1?
Be great, yeah.
Okay, Lucas number 1 then.
I can't even. I'm not even gonna comment on that. That was
46.
tough.
46.
For this,
LeBron.
are we posting this in
didn't say
podcast
LeBron.
form or just video? Just video, then everyone will see that Mikey just left, and Paul George just got away with the most blatant push of his life.
But hey, Mike. I meant to say LeBron is number 1.
You give me
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You
So,
okay, Mike?
anyways,
You got it?
Mookie, like you were saying, you said you had Luca 1, Giannis 2, Trae Young 3. Where was
Yep,
LeBron in
yep.
that list?
Ben Simmons number 4.
Oh my God. Okay. No, now we're getting out of hand.
And one more. Hold on.
You're
Drew
supposed to
Holiday number 5.
You were supposed to keep it realistic, Mookie.
LaMelo Ball 1.
Yeah,
Zion
we started watching
2.
basketball this year, so
Terry
LaMelo
Rozier.
1, Ja 2,
Terry.
Zion 3. That old guy in LA, he kind of sucks. I don't know his deal. He's balding.
Anthony Davis.
Must be talking
LeBald,
about.
is that his name?
No, you must be talking about the other one there. Must be talking about
Caruso.
Yeah.
No, that guy's good. That guy could carry a team.
No, but okay, but hear me out. Kevin Durant, I know that the team is loaded, but name me a person who can just like, all right, if you needed one person to go and get you a bucket,
LeBron.
Kevin Durant is probably your number one
Nah,
option unless
easy.
it's Mikey.
Me,
Top three.
I'm doing
Top
it.
three.
I'm gonna do
Top
it
three.
myself.
Top three.
Top 3.
Yep. Steph Curry, Damian. Top 4 actually. LeBron.
But the thing is, okay, first of all, the LeBron point is just awful.
I'm
But-
taking KD. I'm taking
Most
KD.
clutch shooter of all time.
If you need someone to go and get you a bucket, I know that Steph and Dame can shoot it from about 45 feet, but Kevin Durant doesn't shoot it from 45 feet because he doesn't have to. He shoots over everybody. He's unblockable. You can't block his shot. He
Well,
can
you
get a
can't
shot
block
from
someone who's
absolutely
shooting
anywhere.
before he even steps in the half.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
even
but it's also a much lower percentage shot.
yeah, like Steph Curry.
Not
was
really.
shooting-
Not with those guys.
No, Steph Curry
Dame only shoots like 25% on those shots,
And
right?
That's really hot.
Steph shoots like
Would you rather have that or fucking 60% from just beyond the 3-point line?
What am I getting, 2s or 3s? If I'm getting 3s, I'd rather have that because 2 plus 1.
no, but he said 3s.
Duh.
He said just beyond the
Who wants a
arc.
game-winning 2?
Yeah, that's
Loser.
lame.
Trash.
Yeah, no one likes winning too.
But in all seriousness, I'll put those 2 before them.
I'd
And
take
then
KD every time.
LaMelo Ball. And
I would say KD. Absolutely.
A 7-footer with guard skills makes me
I'll take
cream.
Porzingis.
Oh, Porzingis, yeah.
Oh my
I'll take
God.
Porzingis over him.
What is
Yeah, he does-
Mikey? What is the big book of excuses come from? Why you putting that up?
It's just something that I've been reading.
He had a bad ankle. He had a bad ankle.
What religion is that, Mike?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So let's wrap up that one and let's get just real quick one more segment for the show. Mikey, let's go back to how the Lakers lost in game what was it? Game 6. Lost.
Yeah.
LeBron's out. the Lakers suck. Lost to the Suns. The Suns.
Okay. Without AD. Without AD, the Suns were the higher seed. They should
What,
have
you
won.
telling me LeBron can't carry?
Where was your king?
He's 37 years.
Who's your king?
He's in
who's
year
your king?
18.
Where was your
I'm
king? AD's your king?
36.
He's on the same team with Kyle. Like, if anything, the Lakers overachieved this year. The Suns should be embarrassed. They should have swept the Lakers.
Overachieved?
Like the Suns should be ashamed of themselves. Like they should have swept them.
So,
It's
must
actually
come up with
disgusting
that
that they
book of
didn't.
Excuses, 'cause
Question
damn.
Wait a minute.
you
The
were the
7th
Dallas
seed was
Cowboys without Dak Prescott.
the 7th seed was overachieving for a LeBron team.
Yeah, because that team was trash. That's why it's gotta get blown up. Trade everybody.
Including LeBron.
No, obviously not. Don't be retarded. Anthony.
Why did he quit? on his
Mookie,
Twitter?
I'm interested to hear this Dallas Cowboys comparison.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys, when Dak Prescott got hurt, plus he's white. It's not Dak. Dak's the black name. When Dak Prescott got hurt, the Dallas Cowboys became the Dallas Cowgirls. Not good. I mean, the Dallas Cowgirls would have been better because girls are much better than what we saw over there.
Girl, dad.
So what we're saying is Anthony Davis is the best player on the Lakers.
No,
Yeah, absolutely. Hands down. Because without him, they were nothing.
no.
The one game that he played really good, guess what happened? They won that game.
That's true. I think that Anthony Davis is the best player on the Lakers. I think that they need to get. You know what? I think they need to get Anthony Davis a legitimate 2. I think
they
he
need to
needs a
trade
legit
that
2.
Yeah, he
best
only
player
has a
in the
high
team.
end 3, like right now.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe a 4.
maybe a 4.
Like a high end 4
How is that
or
guy
low
still in
end
the league?
3.
This is why no one
He's
listens
old.
to this shit.
He's so
All right.
mad. He's so
All right.
mad.
All right, let's get to our predictions. Let's stop. Let's enough on Mikey. Let's get to our predictions. Zach, you go first because I didn't really think of one yet.
All right, my prediction last week, I think it was half true. I said Nuggets in 7, but the Trailblazers couldn't even pull one more game out, so it was Nuggets in 6. That was close. I'll count it. I know Kyle doesn't like hockey, but for all my hockey lovers out there, Bruins in 7, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. We lost the last
Fuck
two games
the
by
Islanders.
quite a bit,
Bruins
but
in 7. Who's
I'll go
next?
next.
You got it?
Mookie.
yeah, the Los Angeles Lakers will actually get a second star to Anthony Davis, and they will trade that old, washed-up princess.
Literally has a no trade clause.
Yeah, he will be traded.
This is impossible.
Don't check.
No, he's gonna ask for
I-
a trade.
I
He's
think
gonna
he has a
leave.
no
He's gonna go to the Cleveland Browns and become a tight end.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go
Yeah.
next. I'll go next because I know Mikey's still trying to figure his out. My prediction. We're going another series prediction, baby. We're trying to go 1 for 2. 1 for 2. We're gonna say that the Suns will go up 3-0 in the series.
Ooh, I like that.
Yep,
I
3-0
like
in the
that.
series. Who are they facing again?
The Nuggets. Like, I like the prediction. Like, I don't like the prediction. Like, I think you're wrong, but I like the confidence.
They're gonna go up 3-0 in the series and put the Nuggets on the brinks of elimination.
But okay, I know
Who
this
they
is a
playing
while out,
again,
but
you
what do
said?
you think the series is like gonna be? Like, what does it finish? Like Game 6? Like
4-1.
you
4-1.
You have a lot of confidence in the point guard in D-Book.
4-1.
Suns in 6.
4-1.
All right,
Suns in
Mike.
5.
Mike, what's your
LeBron James.
that's your prediction?
The Green Bay Packers and GM Brian Guntz mutually agree to part ways.
In this next week?
Yeah.
I think that's the
Wait, say that again?
The Packers and their GM will part ways.
And then I also think that Mark Murphy might also resign.
Tom Brady might retire.
That's true. He might. You know what?
Yep,
We should start keeping that in mind every show. He might retire.
Yeah. Well, a year from now, if we're still doing this, we can continue to ask that question then when he's still in the fucking league. God fucking damn it.
Imagine letting him
Yeah.
walk away from your team.
Imagine. Man,
Guys,
you know what?
stop!
I was watching baseball the other day, and I was watching Mookie Betts, and I was like, damn, this guy is really good.
Stop.
Like-
stop.
Like
Stop it.
like a
Stop.
generational
Stop.
talent.
Stop.
Imagine letting
And-
that
and
guy
you've
walk
been
for
attending?
nothing.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Basically.
What I would.
Basically.
God,
I
I'd
was,
hate to have let a generational talent go again.
2 of them.
Yeah,
I tweeted this out.
I'd hate to have a team with a history of that.
Man, fuck you.
Bonus prediction, Kyrie Irving goes down with an injury.
Interesting.
Oh,
I tweeted
wow.
it
You don't
out
want
when
that,
you
though.
sent
What the
it
fuck is
to
wrong with you?
us, Mike. But Tom
of
Brady,
course.
like when it was the NFL tweeted, like Tom Brady year 22. I tweeted this out, and it's kind of fucking
And I
true.
liked it.
Yeah, dude does not look like he's 43, and it continues to piss me off. Like even like in the face, like dude.
Well,
I mean-
it helps to have
I mean,
millions
he
of dollars, and
looks
your
at
wife
least-
has millions of dollars in
He looks
cosmetics.
at least
His wife's
38.
not that hot. I don't know why everybody loves her.
Giselle,
She's not that
I
hot.
agree. I agree, Mookie.
What?
I agree.
she was a
Like-
model. What do you mean?
Yeah,
but I'm
I
saying
was
that she
the
knows how to
model.
take care of like her face and everything. Obviously, like she was
I
a
was gonna
model.
make a joke, but I don't want to get canceled.
How do you not think
Yeah,
she's
let's
attractive?
not say anything we'd regret here, Mookie.
Say it. I
Already
say
have
things I
that.
regret all the time.
Why does Quinn Snyder look like B-Tech?
Like Kyle, I'd love to do a podcast
All right.
with you.
All right, time to end the show. Thank you guys for listening. I want to give a big shout out. Everybody give a big round of applause for Mookie. He's recently became a father. The daughter was
But-
born nice and happy and healthy.
But he's been my
Right.
daddy for at least a year. Keep clapping, keep clapping.
I don't know if we'll do that. Yeah, but big shout out to Mookie. Super happy for you. All right, thank you guys for listening to the show. If you liked it, make sure to drop a like button, subscribe to the Clutch Gene podcast, and we'll see you again next week.